Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when we sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single. You like that? You like that picture?
Oh, it's so good.
Avs lose to the Edmonton Oilers and mostly to Evander Kane. What ends up being 6-3 when you count the empty netter and the garbage time goal from Nathan MacKinnon. I didn't hate this game. It was at least entertaining. Things happened in this hockey game, so at least there's that. It was better than the Seattle game, in my opinion. I'm sure we will talk about all of the things that are giving the Avs fan base panic and whether or not you should be panicking about them. But I'm not too worried. Let's start with general heat check here. Are we concerned? Anyone? No.
I said, dude, I couldn't possibly care
Huge
less.
concerns. Kemper sucked.
You're the worst.
McDermott sucked.
You're the worst.
No goals being scored in the times that they should have been scored at.
Okay.
Didn't
Calm
score
it
on a
down.
3 on 5, excuse me. It's doomsday out here.
If you say so, buddy. If you say so.
I mean, you got to agree with me though. Like Kemper needs to play better. Like
of
like
course.
these are games that we're talking about that are junk games, but that's unacceptable.
Okay, calm down.
I was gonna say, like, sure, but I mean, like, he's got 50 games that were the exact opposite of that. It's just like,
Well, what's his most recent game?
I should have just gone home.
Lately?
I should have just gone
left.
home. Yeah.
Should have just left. No, you had to be here because we're all here to listen to Megan's first
That's right.
60-second rundown. Yeah, here, put a minute on the clock.
I hate this. I actually wrote some notes because I
Oh,
got
here we
really
go.
I'm so
Big.
sorry.
It's countdown.
I joked about eating my words in the pregame about the Oilers having scored no fewer than 4 goals
Start
in
the
their
clock.
last 3 games. And it didn't come entirely as a surprise. Nathan MacKinnon played terrific transition hockey. Nuchushkin showed up for this game. Evander Kane had a hat trick. Connor McDavid is good at hockey. Devon Toews is dearly missed. Let's see. Josh Manson, tough night. Curtis McDermott played to expectation. I'm not upset with Kemper's performance because he came in cold. And to keep perspective, this is an Avs lineup without Rantanen, Toews, and Landeskog against an Oilers team whose magic number tonight was 2 points. They came hungrier, and the score reflects that.
Time to spare.
Oh, that was like by far the best 60-second rundown we've had so far. Like, not close. That one is far ahead of the rest.
Let's put it in context. Jesse's was really good, but it was like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit. Y'all here, ran back and check. It was like 75 seconds.
It was
You
still
guys
over.
are sitting here freaking out.
It's still over.
And both of you guys, I think, broke 2 minutes in subsequent games.
I'm sorry. If it's over, it's over.
Yeah. I only ever take
Doesn't
the
count.
over. I only ever take the over. Cheering for goals only.
Team clock. Out here on team clock for the
That's
under. Look, honestly, we should just end the show because Megan's rundown nailed it. But we'll get into it. We'll get a little bit more into the game. Obviously, if nothing else, you have to like the first period from the Avs. They came out with some jump. There was some effort there. It felt
Definitely.
like quality hockey.
Yeah, it felt like a different game.
So this is going to be one of the few things that I contribute to this pod that is actually like
here we go.
conducive. Go back to the pregame show. We talked about process. You saw it in the first. It's like, cool, it's still in there.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the game went the way the rest of the game went. Those first 2 goals on Kuemper are weird. He kind of loses his positioning on the wraparound. He goes to push and just runs into the side of the net immediately. And then off the glass, off the net, smacked in out of the air. It's like, cool, not their night. Pack it up. Who gives a shit? They look good in the
He's
first.
be better on that.
You've got to know that's coming back off the glass.
I do think it's a fair argument that Edmonton was getting ridiculous bounces of the puck tonight. That one, the one that squeaks by Kuemper and it sits on the goal line.
Yeah.
The reverse of that.
Manson's right
Their
there.
5th goal is a shot that kicks off an Avs skate right to the slot.
And you haven't even mentioned the puck that sat on Edmonton's goal
and
line.
didn't go
and
in.
like 4 separate people
Oh, yeah.
swung at it and it just didn't move.
Nukes like stick brushed the
It's
top
like
of
waved
it.
over it. Tried to like Jedi mind it into the net.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not your night is the correct way to put that. I don't know what else to tell you on it on that front. Is King of the Game ready? I don't know.
Should do an ad read and then we'll go. Oh, it's not.
No, we're up. We're going.
Not here is that quick. I see. I thought he'd be lagging behind.
No, he was ready.
Wait a second. Why? Why is it Nuke?
Who would you have?
Evander Kane is
No.
the king of the
Oh
game.
my God.
What a game. 3 goals and an assist.
The king of the game actually has to be in good standing with DraftKings Sportsbook.
All right, I'm glad I hung around. That one was worth it.
That was golden, by the way. Thank you.
Obviously, Nuke, 2 of the Avs' 3 goals. That's 24 on the season, or is it 25 on the season for him?
For Nuchushkin?
Yeah.
I
I think it might be 25.
24.
24, okay. Still,
Wow.
ridiculous how...
6 games left?
Like
5 games left.
If you're looking for something to take as a positive into the playoffs from this stretch of games, it's that Val Nichushkin is a genuine offensive threat for Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. Like
That second goal coming off the boards, stepping to the center of the ice. What a move. What a shot. Great shot.
Well, dude, I mean,
Ridiculous.
he's just he was taken 10th overall because of the size, because of his skating ability. I mean, like, we all remember EJ from a few seasons ago when he could still, when he was a little bit more mobile. Dude got going through the neutral zone. It was hard to stop him. Nuke's got that, but he also has, like, the start and stop ability. He's got some good finish around the net. He pursues pucks like crazy. Like, seriously, I mean, he's what, 6'5"? I think, right? 6'5"?
So
that-
it's like 6'7", 6'8" on skates.
That guy gets up to speed. I'm not stepping in front of him. Are you stepping in front of him? Like,
Very large.
yeah, like no way am I going to be the one to call out that I've got puck there. And he's driving in the net. He's using his tools in a way that he hasn't in the past.
And I'm glad to see him do it in a game like this where we talked about maybe the effort won't be there, the energy won't be there. His
Yeah.
motor never stopped running.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the second game in a row where the Avs have kind of laid an egg, but 1 or 2 specific players have really excelled. And yeah, I thought it was nuked tonight by like quite a lot.
Yeah, certainly offensively, I don't think it was particularly close. We'll save it for a later period, but if you are in the middle of the ice, in the offensive zone, feel like shooting should probably be an option for you.
Avs always trying to get the perfect play down when they should be shooting. There was multiple times where you saw, I mean, from McCarr, from McKinnon, anyone with the name that starts with M should probably be shooting the puck, and they were deferring. You don't like it.
You do not.
They're all just such good passers. Like, they're all such great puck
genuinely.
movers that every now and then you get into a game like this, and it's not that it's, like, frustrating, but, like, they understand who's on the other side. Like, they understand that outside of that very tippy top, you're outskilling Edmonton at every turn on paper. You're in a close game. Mike Smith, as we saw in that first goal, you get Mike Smith moving laterally, and he can't. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that first goal for the Avs, it's like that was your effort. Like, that puck went from the left circle to the middle of the ice, and there was no butterfly slide. It's just kick your legs in the air, and so they're trying to move the puck, and they just end up forcing pucks through. I've noticed that is a little bit of a theme with this team. Go back to the bubble series against the Coyotes and Darcy Kuemper.
Yeah.
Kuemper was playing really well. You start getting a little bit frustrated. It's easy to overpass and try to put pucks in lanes that aren't actually there because, if that gets through, you've got someone standing wide open, teed up for a shot, but the odds of it getting through
1 in
are
20 times
right,
or whatever,
if even that. And so it's like,
But you can't put that on Mike's. I mean,
no, I'm not putting it on.
It's
How
a
do I-
3-on-1, right? Like, you're going to score.
Oh, well, no, but
Can
I'm just
we-
using that as the example. Like,
Sure.
most goalies would drop and, one leg power slide over.
Yeah.
That dude, that's a 1970s, like, like jump, try like
That's the Mario
yeah,
jump.
yeah. Ah! I missed. You know what I mean? Like, how do you end up on a 3-on-1? Like, that's a relatively routine play. He winds up on his back, laying in the net.
Right.
It's
I
like,
mean, you could say the same thing about Kemper, though.
Which one?
The opposite
Exactly.
of a plumber a goaltender, Chad? Is Sergio a goaltender? I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. Chad will get it. Don't worry about it.
Isn't the opposite Wario?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I don't know what's
no.
going on here.
Well, after the show. We'll
Yeah, I was
talk
gonna
after
say.
the show.
by the way, Blais, my sister just texted me saying she loves my Pizza Planet shirt. So,
Dude,
Shit.
I love your
Did you
Pizza
just
Planet
say-
shirt
Thank you.
too. Yeah.
Did you
Thank
just
you.
say your sister?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blaze is an
Cool.
old crotchety man
Yeah, I
on
was
this one
gonna
for
say.
sure. This is an old
Thank
man
you,
Blaze
Rudo.
take.
Yeah.
I
Boo,
do.
We all agree. Boo, Blais. Boo.
I
I
do.
mean, that's my life, so yeah, sure.
I want to
Ooh.
talk about the first goal though, the 3-on-1.
Yeah.
Because it should not go unsaid that 3-on-1 is led by two defensemen,
Yeah.
Happy.
Cale Makar to Bowen Byram to Val Nuchushkin.
how you
Byron
draw
was
it up.
feeling it tonight.
He was feeling it
offensively.
tonight. Well, I don't think anyone else was feeling it defensively, so at least he was feeling it on the offense.
I had to
Were you saying
qualify.
Bo was feeling it offensively?
Yeah.
I think Bo feels it offensively every night. Like, he is one of those guys where it's like, yeah, I line up on the defensive blue line here, but I play wherever the hell I want to play.
He played defense to get more minutes growing up.
there it is.
Yeah.
Can't take
He
me
knows.
off the ice.
Yeah.
Is that the new strat? Is that what kids
That's
do
the
these
move.
days?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just check.
Everyone shows up for your beer league game. Like, I'll play D.
That at beer league, no shot. At beer league, the bench is the place to be.
No, it's
No, because everyone wants to play forward, so you've got 3 lines of forwards
Yeah.
and 2 sets of
and
D.
2 sets of D, and then you just do what Blaze was just saying about Byram. Yeah, I'll play D and jump up every play.
It's a smart move if you're playing beer league. Are the Avs playing beer league right now?
It's a beer league veteran move
It
for sure.
feels pretty beer leaguey. It does. I'm
It
not going to lie.
we
to
talked
you.
about this, like, right? It's a very loose game from the Avs right now.
Well-
I don't think you see this type of play going into the playoffs.
No. And like
Not even
Edmonton
close.
is happy to play run and gun nonsense
Oh,
hockey
100%,
too.
yeah.
So I think both teams just kind of leaned in and said, "Yeah, whatever happens, happens tonight." Obviously, it didn't go the Avs' way in the long run, but look,
Oh my God, watching Mason get turned in.
yeah,
Manson, excuse me.
not Manson's best defense there
I was
for
like,
sure.
who's Mason?
I've screwed that up multiple times now.
Kristen.
Anyway, continuing on, let's keep first period to the good. Who else do we think had positive nights tonight? Mac did get the garbage time goal. Who else are we looking at that it's like, well, this isn't a write-off for you?
I'd give Newhook some credit.
Okay.
I thought he carried his energy throughout the third period when things looked grim.
Certainly, you'll take any bright spot in the bottom 6 that you can get, I think.
Bottom 6 has been good recently.
It wasn't tonight.
Well, yeah, but I think like the whole point of this segment is not really anybody was.
Fair enough.
Cale Makar was good. He always is good.
Yeah.
Water is also wet.
It's very true. I mean, I thought he had a solid game.
Yeah, I think there was plenty of solid to take from this on the offensive side, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at the end and said, you know what, they showed up offensively.
But even on the defensive side, like, Cale Makar is probably the one cat that you would say that on the defensive core played a good defensive game as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It's
Feel like you're about to burn me right now.
I'm not.
Go for it.
I'm not. I'm not. The thing is, like, their defense is just in shambles right now,
Oh,
right?
yeah, 100%.
No Devon Taves, no Eric Johnson. Everybody's playing with everybody. You're just kind of sending it. And they don't want to burn anyone's legs out, so they're giving Curtis McDermott real minutes. And it's like, you just kind of get what you get. whatever happens, it's fine.
I'm so embarrassed. In my last game piece, one of my observations was credit to Josh Manson for leaving drop passes in the offensive zone, and he did tonight, right to Connor McDavid.
Oops.
I mean, Sam Girard also had a few hot pizzas to the other team as well.
It was a rough night for Girard and Manson.
Yeah.
It was. But, again, you're going up against a team where it's like, if the Avs are healthy, you're hard matching Devon Taves against Connor McDavid, and all the way down, the defensive matchups are easier for the Avs.
It's fair, yeah.
Instead, you're hoping for the best with what you got. So you kind of have to live with it top to bottom on that front. I was told to ask a question from my wife. She wants to know what everyone's favorite flower is on the show.
What? I don't know. Do you have a favorite flower?
Yeah, it's the one that produces THC. That's my favorite flower.
I'll double down on that. Yeah.
Is this a joke? Is it Marc Andre? Is it Marc Andre?
Is it what?
Marc Andre.
It is not. It is not Flower the goaltender. It is not. So
this feels like a trick question.
It does feel like we're being set up.
This feels like a loaded question.
So
what's your favorite flower?
We have 2 weeds. I'll go last. We need Megan's first.
Hibiscus.
What was that?
Hibiscus? Is that
Hibiscus, sure. That counts.
Counts.
I'll allow
yes.
it.
That's way more real of a flower than what we said.
My favorite flower is the daisy.
I'm named after my grandma, Margarita, which is Spanish for daisy.
Wow, is it really?
That should probably have been my favorite flower.
You're going to be glad that it wasn't. Because when they see my nuts, they're Manscaped.
Oh, they're back!
We're back, baby! Manscaped is back sponsoring us.
That was a long one. That was a long lead-in.
Second longest.
Yeah, we got the CD's nuts once
Yeah.
too. That one was good.
I walked right into that one too, by the way.
Go over to manscaped.com. Use code DNVR when you sign up to get 20% off. You can get over there and get the perfect package 4.0 to get all of the amazing tools you need to take care of your junk or otherwise all your body hair. They got you covered. They even got shampoo and conditioner, which works amazing, might I say. So
I love the shampoo. Been using it constantly.
Same. It's genuinely good stuff. My wife loves it. She thinks it smells great. So highly recommend. Go over to manscaped.com. Use the DNVR code. Let them know we sent you over there. Also brought to you, of course, by Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. Get on over to the bar with 8 different kinds on tap there, or you can find them at your local liquor store anywhere in the lower 48. Use the Breck Beer Locator online to find them at a local liquor store near you. Yeah, it worked out great that Megan is brought on full time the same day Manscaped comes back to the show.
I'm sure it's no coincidence.
You literally got me. I even wrote it like on the game note. Favorite flower.
Count it. You got to get it where you can.
I saw the Slack message today, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together when he started asking about flowers.
You got to be sneaky.
I-
all right?
Very sneaky.
I figured you were going somewhere with it, read-wise.
Dude, you both said pot, and I was like, maybe I should just hard write this into a light shade read.
That's what I thought you were going to do. I was like, well, then I'll double down on that because we're going to set this alley-oop up for you.
It was good.
Still
I
works.
No matter
appreciate
the ad
effort,
read
yeah.
up my favorite flower is
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
still weed.
Hasn't
so.
changed.
Regardless of ad reads, sticking with it.
Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Getting into the second period of the game, this game went off the rails in the second period. It was just defense optional from both teams. Everything hit the fan. Obviously, Evander Kane gets the hat trick. With the understanding that we're not too concerned about it, there's
Except
still
for me.
Except for Blais, very seriously concerned.
Very concerned.
There's still a lot you want to see cleaned up here, right?
I mean, like, in this game, yeah, sure. But, like, Does anybody here actually feel like this is the product you're gonna get in 10 days?
No, of course
Like,
not.
do you for real?
No. I don't. I mean, it's concerning, like, just as, if you look at it from the standpoint of, like, you're going into the playoffs, you want to see better hockey going into it. I can see how this, like, sucks to watch this, and you're like, is this the team that I'm going to get in the first round of the playoffs? And if you get this team in the first round of the playoffs, it's going to be a short series against the 8th team, the 7th. Any team that's in the playoffs, they're going to get worked over. I just don't see this as a team that we've seen all year. I've seen a team that's pushed the whole year very hard to have a great record that got to the first to 100-point mark, that now has decided we've won the West. We don't care about the President's Trophy, and we're just going to ride out these last 8-9 games. We don't care.
Yeah, like I said, you saw it in the first period. You were like, nice. It's still in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Like, it's just, that's just where it's at. And I just, like, yeah, if you're purely looking at this one game, sure, there's plenty of stuff that you want cleaned up. But just, hockey is a game where you have to take your largest sample size and make your prediction based off of what that sample size says is true. And we have an entire season that says the Avs are a fantastic team that can beat you however you want to play. They'll let you set the pace, and they'll still beat you. They've played with injuries all year, and it hasn't been a problem. They've been arguably, and you throw Florida in there, the most consistent team in the NHL. They lead the league in regulation wins. There's just everything says don't take these last few games so to heart. We have never seen an NHL season with this much kind of disparity in the standings. Usually the NHL is known for
It's parity.
It's parity. The Avs were at 105 points for anyone else in the conference hit 90.
Yeah.
Like they've been far out ahead. You run into a wall, you run into a mental fatigue. They hit it right before the All-Star break. They're hitting it again. They're ready for this to be over with. I think you were with me the other day when we asked Devon Taves, are you guys just ready to get to the postseason? He said no, said all the right things. And so that's good that that's where their mentality is, but it's just like the All-Star game. We are ready for this break. We're ready to get done with this, have 2-3 days off, and flip the switch, and then it's a dead sprint for 2 months. If you start sprinting now, you're going to burn yourself out. There's no point.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Like Bednar's not going to come out and be like, this is what we're going to be doing, right? Like, he's going to say, I want more from my players.
Right.
But do you? Do you want more from your players right now? You want more from your players in the playoffs.
I mean, do you want more from your players? Yeah, I would love for Curtis McDermott to defend Connor McDavid better, but I'm not expecting it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, I made the joke to you guys when McKinnon got hurt fighting, and I said, at what point do you draw the line and say, well, stop blocking shots and shit like that? But like, it is one of those things where, seriously, I'm not being funny or anything, but like, there's no reason for Cale Makar to be selling out in front of a one-timer on the penalty kill right now. In 2 weeks, absolutely, you expect that. Right now, there is just you've got fluky stuff happening, like Pavel Francouz getting a puck to the eyebrow
on the bench.
Yeah. You don't need to be doing that.
For the record, it seems like he's fine.
So here's the only thing. I'm assuming he needed stitches.
Yeah, that's my assumption as well.
Under a mask, I just don't know.
Well,
depending
he's
on
not wearing the mask on the bench.
Well, no. But I'm saying
you're saying
to
to play.
So like,
you, yeah.
I imagine they were going to want to use him a healthy amount here in these last 4 games, at least twice. I don't know. You just hope it's not something that keeps him from being able to.
I don't.
Suit up.
Assuming it's just stitches, I'd assume he'd be okay. And given what we literally just talked about, if he ducks his head out of the way of a goal, I don't think anyone's going to be too concerned about it.
Yeah.
Wow, there is slander on Twitter from AJ about you.
What's
about
he mad
the record
about?
for the
Avs
Avalanche.
are 0-1 with
Oh.
right by
Oh, shit.
on
0%
staff.
win record in the Megan
Wow.
era.
The
Slander.
Eagles.
Love to hear from you on this because it is true.
It's been an eventful day for hockey. One reason I don't panic is because I invest in so many other hockey teams that it's hard to fixate on just one. So Eagles play tonight. They win 6-4. Last I checked. That's great for them. Oshawa plays tonight. Oskar Olaussen.
Yep.
And they also lost 1-6. Another 6-goal game. So I'm just focused on these 6-goal games as a whole. I can't be bothered by just what the Avalanche did.
6 is the magic
I
number.
assume no responsibility. But we're going to have an Olaussen piece coming up soon. I did a Zoom interview with him this morning, and he confirmed that he's going to report to the Eagles when his season finishes.
Let's go.
And he's playing
Nice.
this Kingston team. They started tonight. It's first to 4, and they lost. So I don't know how soon we'll see Olaussen, but it could be soon, given how things went today.
That's one of those, like, you want to see him win for him.
Yeah.
But it's like when Cale Makar was going through the Frozen Four a couple years ago. It's like,
just lose,
come
bud.
on, Cale,
Yeah.
but also playoffs are getting going. Like,
I have serious concerns about how he's been utilized in Oshawa. And this isn't a
Agreed.
criticism of Oshawa as a whole, but there's just been a lack of stability for him. And he only just returned from a shoulder injury and got to play on the top line again tonight, but he has been bounced around. And he went from having top line minutes with the Colts to being third, second, sometimes fourth. So I would like for him to report to Loveland as soon as
Yeah.
possible
Yep.
for the sake of his development.
let the Eagles coaching staff get their hands on him. And,
Yeah, I think it'll build his confidence back up, and I'm really excited for him as a prospect, but I am warning people right now that when he comes to Loveland, he will probably lack polish, and I think we need to be understanding of that.
We'll have to do a whole pod about his time in Barrie and Oshawa and all that because
That'd be a very good pod.
it's an interesting one for sure. The Oshawa's a weird team. In any case, getting back into this game, does it feel worse because it's Evander Kane that got the hat trick?
Definitely.
Okay. Good. I'm glad we agree.
Blais and I were mumbling back and forth each other in the game. I get it. I get it. I'm right there. Personally, it doesn't.
It's whatever to you.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah.
He's good at hockey. That's
Dude,
for sure.
His off-ice shit, suspect. Very suspect, but he can play the game of hockey.
Like, we talked about it on that one pod we did when he first signed. Like, he's an idiot. He's no doubt.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, dumbass, does all kinds of dumb shit, just can't help himself. Don't need to relitigate all of it, but I really do. I don't think it's so much that he's innocent. I just think the dude is phenomenal at getting away with stuff. Like Forensic Files would love to get their hands on one of these Evander Kane cases because it's just every time it's like, oh, we got him this time. And it's never he didn't do it. It's we couldn't get the exact evidence, but we're pretty sure he did it. So, like, yeah, he sucks. Absolutely.
But did he come out on top on all this crap that happened? Is he going to make
Definitely
more?
not.
Absolutely.
He's making
Definitely
more
not.
money than he should be making on this.
He's gonna end up-
That's the messed up part about all of this.
He's
right
going to
now.
end up getting the full contract from San Jose,
Yep.
plus whatever he's getting here from Edmonton.
Exactly.
And then exactly as was predicted on that show that we did a few months ago, he's had a phenomenal stretch. He's got 20 goals now in, I think it's now 39 games with the Oilers. I think he's up to 36, 37 points. He's almost a point per game player. He'll fizzle out again next year. He'll do something dumb and we'll rinse and repeat. We'll see if anybody learned any lessons from the San Jose Sharks about giving this dude a max contract, like max term. But like he's a good player, and I don't know. It just he sucks for sure. 2 thumbs down.
Everything
but,
sucks. Got it.
But like,
In the long term, That's how you feel about it. All right, fair enough. I'm not going to argue against it. Again, I don't have a ton to break down on most of Evander Kane's goals. Yeah, the one Manson gets torched on. The other ones is like, I don't know. Kuemper didn't make the best save, and then a bounce went their way. Like, How do you break that down on an analytical
The
level?
wraparound was the one that, like, at face value, I was like, that's horrible. But then you watch it, and it's actually kind of funny. Because Kuemper he pushes, like, 2 feet, and he hits the net, and you can just tell
And
by
he's
his
like,
body
fuck,
language,
yeah.
like, damn. Wasn't expecting that to be there.
Right after that wraparound, 3 minutes later, could have been a reverse wraparound.
Yeah,
by Evander
yeah,
Kane.
and Evander Kane bitched out.
100%. If he didn't stop behind the net, he had a wide open goal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Kuemper played like absolute dog shit tonight.
I just didn't think it was that bad.
I
Like,
really-
it wasn't
he
great,
played
but I
like
just didn't think it
dog
was
shit.
that bad.
I was willing to like.
You're with me on that, right?
Yeah, I thought a couple.
Oh, that's cute. You two are
forward?
wrong.
Hey,
Wrong.
you keep your opinions to that half of the
Go-
room, all right?
Put the cam on them. Wrong cam.
Wrong
No,
cam.
God.
Now
Wrong
put the cam on us. Right
Yeah,
cam.
let's
go.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Cheering for themselves. Unbelievable.
But I was willing to give Kuemper a pass on it being a bad game until the 5th goal. The 5th one.
Listen to what he just said. He was going to give him a pass till, what was that? I can't.
goal?
Is that? Oh, it's still on one hand. The 5th goal.
Might need your toes for the
He'd
next.
taken some tough bounces. I don't think it was great. The 5th goal, yes, it's a tough bounce on the puck off the skate to the middle of the ice, but it's a spinning backhand that he just doesn't react to. It's not a particularly good shot.
It was gorgeous.
That is
From the
true.
hash marks.
That
It
is
wasn't
true.
even close. It was from the. It was above the hash marks. That's a horrible goal to let in.
I mean,
It was.
yeah, but
Like-
again, like it's just, I just didn't think it was like the game as a whole just
Right.
wasn't that big of a
It's like-
deal for him.
Do I care in the bigger picture?
Well,
Absolutely
no,
not.
and I don't
Absolutely
even necessarily
not.
mean as, like if I care or not, but like I think there's a couple of those you probably want back. Mike Smith wants that third one back. Like
yeah, like 5 of them. He wants 5 of them
yeah,
back.
well, no, but I mean, again, honestly, like you get a little out of position on the first one. Second one's a crazy bounce.
Yeah.
What was the third? Oh, Evander Kane is wide open on the
freest
back
goal
door.
of his career. Yeah.
The fourth one is a breakaway that Kuemper gets most of, and it bounces over the line.
Trickles, yeah.
I mean, again, like it wasn't his best night, no doubt. But like I just watched that, and it's like those are just like not bad luck, but those are just kind of tough luck goals. Like yeah, if you replay those 10 times over, you make the save probably more than half the time.
Here's
Unfortunately,
so where
for
it
sure.
where it hurts me is even you pick a save, pick one that he makes, and all of a sudden that McKinnon goal near the end of the game is no longer a garbage time stat pad
Yeah,
goal.
for
That's
sure.
the game is within one.
Yeah.
And you're pushing to get back
And
in.
it's probably the fifth one. You're probably right. Like the 360 backhand from the slot. Like that's probably the one where it's like, give it
Come
back
on,
to him
yeah.
and whatever. But
Like the kids say, 360 scope.
Do you think if Darcy
No
Kuemper
scope,
starts
Blais.
this
No
game,
No scope.
it goes the same way?
he did.
I thought
For instance, he got
Oh,
hurt
you're
sitting
right,
on the
you're right,
bench.
you're right, you're right.
Yeah. I was
Yikes.
like, wait a minute. What did I miss? Yeah.
Some double takery going on there. I mean, I don't know. Actually, Darcy gives up the fourth. If Frankie's healthy, do you consider a yank there?
Probably not again just because of the circumstance of the game. I think Frankie, assuming he can go, he'll play 2 of these last 4 at least. And I just think it's one of those things where it's like, why? Why?
I hear you there.
Why
I
put
do.
Miles on both goalies in
Ask
one
me.
night on an
Ask me.
Don't
Why?
ask him. Just
Why, Blais?
just do your
He
read.
wants
Don't
it
ask
so
him.
bad.
Camera's on you, Blais. Let him know.
Yeah, they should have pulled him. doesn't matter. Like your backup goalie. Like if you're playing your backup goalie during the playoffs, there's issues going on right there. You shouldn't be playing your backup goalie in the playoffs. So if your starting goalie that's going to start the playoffs is having a bad game, get him out of the net. Don't let him sit in there and stew about stuff. Especially like Kuemper has been hot of late, right? Before all this stuff that we've talked about, the last 2 games before this game, hot. The
Yep.
last time we've seen him play this bad was at the beginning of the season. Don't let him think about that. Don't let that seep into his his self-worth. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss here.
I
'Cause
hear
you're
what
wrong.
you're saying. I do want to have.
It's hard to just make shit up on the fly.
Get out of here.
I do want to
Get out of here,
have
Jesse.
the conversation about momentum. But first, maybe what can solve Darcy's problems is some athletic greens.
I thought you were going back into a manscaped. Doubling down.
Only one. They only paid for one. Athletic Greens, obviously an amazing product that many of us drink every single morning since we've partnered with them. It's got 75 different vitamins, a bunch of probiotics, some pretty much everything to get your immune system boosted top to bottom. So if you need that, highly recommend. It's also great for a morning pick-me-up. You know, we kind of work above a bar, so a lot of times in the morning we need a little something to get us up and going. It's just one scoop into a cup of water every morning. Megan, I don't know if you have any athletic greens yet, but if you do, hide it because Jesse is going to come for it.
Yeah, if it's sitting around, it's fair game.
It was a part of the contract.
Yeah, I did get rights to her athletic.
Jesse may or may not acquire all of your product placement.
Yeah, built into my contract.
Either way, you can go to athleticgreens.com/avalanche to let them know our pod sent you over there. Take control of your health, especially with flu season ramping up. Now is the time to go over with Athletic Greens. When you sign up for that today, they're going to give you 5 travel packs with your purchase, so you don't have to worry if you're going on vacation. Bring the travel packs. You just rip them open, pour them right in your cup of water in the morning. You're good to go. It's genuinely like the wonder cure for hangovers. Like, I'm not going to lie to
dude,
you.
I say this every time, but like coffee sucks, and this is a great alternative.
Yep.
Get yourself going.
It works. There's
Horrible take. That's a horrible take.
I do understand that is probably a pretty unpopular opinion,
Probably,
but
No.
facts are facts. I can't do anything about it. I didn't make coffee taste like that. It's not my fault.
So bad.
also brought to you by the American Raptors, the rugby team that plays over at Infinity Park in Glendale. They are a hodgepodge of players from other sports that played at a very high level that have been transitioned over to rugby to see how far they can go in the sport of rugby. Last year they went 5-5. Their season is going on right now. You can go watch a game at Infinity Park in Glendale for absolutely free. Tickets cost $0. The park is amazing. If you've never been,
It's beautiful.
you should go just to check out the
yeah.
park. Genuinely, it's a dope place to just have a night out and enjoy yourselves, especially when it's free 99.
That's right. Coffee is nasty.
So jump on that. You can also go to their website, infinityparkatglendale.com. You can get all sorts of dope stuff there. You can stream the Raptors games live. It's all awesome. Highly recommend. It's also the home of the men's and women's 15 teams, the USA team. Literally the best rugby in the country happens here in Colorado. So go check it out. Be sure to follow Colton Strickler and the DNVR rugby account on Twitter. They're amazing. They have 101 pods if you're new. They have interviews with genuinely the best players ever to play rugby. Like, his connections in the rugby world are actually insane, all the dudes he interviews. So go check him out. It's awesome. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Okay. Here's the one thing that I think you could take away and genuinely have a little bit of concern about with the Avs right now. They've lost 3 games in a row.
Yep.
Can you actually have a concern about momentum
Yep.
going into the playoffs?
The fucking words.
What's so funny over there, Jesse?
Nothing.
Because I think we've had the conversation enough times where we're all comfortable saying, yeah, the Avs can flip the switch when they want to. But we've seen in every sport in the history of time, you start losing, players start getting in their own heads, they start getting frustrated, they start squeezing the sticks a little bit, stuff starts coming a little bit harder. Is that a concern right now for Colorado, or is this, they've got 4 games left in the season, this
I'm not even going
matter.
to give an answer. You already know what
Wait,
it is.
wait. So last time
Oh, God.
that the Avs lost 3 games in a row, I remember the pod. AJ said that the Avs weren't going to make the playoffs. So is there a concern? Absolutely right now, right? So at the beginning of the year, the Avs...
You should check the Avs record since that podcast.
It's instigating so
Yeah, I
much.
know.
Their record since then, I believe, is 38. No,
Way more than
it'd be
that.
48.
Yeah.
11 and however many overtime losses. I don't know.
Go on.
I mean, we're going into the playoffs right now. It's unacceptable to lose 3 games in a row.
All
Okay,
right.
you lose.
No.
You lose to Washington. Fine.
Let's-
You lose to Seattle.
I feel like you're fucking with me right now.
I want to hear from the person on this pod that isn't trolling right now.
Why? How am I trolling? It's when's the last time they won the last 3 games?
Both of you have agendas at best. So I want to hear Megan's take.
Jesse kind of brought it up in pregame about a lot of teams are gearing up for the playoff mindset right now, playing some of their best hockey, and the Avs
Not
are
the
kind of
Avalanche.
on a backward slide, and how that will bode then for the mentality going into the playoffs if they have to get excited when other teams already are. And in the pregame, I didn't have as much concern because I had some hope that they could win tonight, or at least pull it in a little bit closer. I have more concern now than I did before, for that reason.
So somewhere in the
It's-
middle.
It's an
Concern.
issue.
She's on my side right now.
It is an issue of momentum.
Okay.
You know, teams that don't play hockey for a couple weeks, go on breaks, that kind of thing, they don't usually come back better. And
True.
they're playing hockey, but are they?
It's not good hockey, that's for sure.
Team Blais right now.
Yeah. So now do you want to be on this side? I thought this was the
We
right
gotta
camera.
switch the cameras.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need
got
to
a
go to
mess
an
going on
extended
here.
break for us to shuffle around. Look, hold on.
Now he
here we
wants
go.
to talk.
Here we go.
Now he wants
Here
to
we go.
talk.
Let's hear Jesse's take on this.
Please.
Somehow it involves Eric Johnson. I just know
Oh,
it
Jesus
does.
Christ. What is it that we hear about a lot of these teams over the last 10 years that have kind of turned into like the perennial Stanley Cup contenders, playoff teams, is they get to a point where they understand we just got to get in. Once we're in, we know what we're going to do once we're there. The Avs have gone through the heartbreak. They've done the losing before the winning. They've had some bad luck. Last year they had bad play. They fell apart. They understand what happened there. Go back a few years. Tampa Bay Lightning, historic season. Swept in the first round. And that team the next year just had a different mentality of the totals at the end of the regular season don't matter. Matters is how you play over the course of the year and what habits you build over 82 games. Not the last 5, not the first 10, or what happened in November. What do you do across 82 games that prepares you for the postseason? You just need to get there. If you are focused too much on making sure that everything you do is picture perfect every regular season game, that is a really, really, really tough mentality to carry on for 10 months. You have to be... You have to know when it is time to take it up a level and when you are playing to not conserve your energy, but to get there. The Avs are just concerned with getting there. It's all that matters.
Were we talking about this in pregame or was it off air? I forget. But we were talking about the other side of this coin is the teams that have been clawing and essentially playing playoff games for the last
pregame.
month. It was at pregame.
Yep.
Those teams are mentally exhausted.
Right.
Because the human body and mind can only take that for
Right.
so long.
And
point.
that's it right there. Is like, dude, that's part of the reason why the playoffs are so grueling.
yeah.
Is because even if you win the Stanley Cup, you go through that where it's every shift. It's leave everything you have every single shift for however long you are in the playoffs. And when you are playing like that for 6, 8, 10 weeks leading up to the playoffs, you get into that second round and it's like, holy shit.
You're done. What is
What is it?
So last time
Can they hear you, by the way? Or
cannot. I don't have a
Slacking Yahir.
Yahir has the record since that pod.
So it's the last time they lost 3 games in a row was October 16th to the 21st.
Yeah, which was the 4-5-1 stretch.
Exactly. That was actually the second through the 4th game. The record since then has been 54, 14, and 6.
54, 14, and 6. Seems good.
Yeah.
Seems good, chat.
What was that year the Kings just squeaked into the playoffs and then won the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, 2012.
Was it 2012? Was that the only year they won it?
No,
They
won it
won
in
in 14
2014
as well, yeah.
But
That's all I got.
Toxic.
But again,
Toxic
just
play.
another great example of just get in. Just get in.
Let's go to our super chats. Let's
So funny.
clear the air here a little bit. $20 from Eric. Very generous. No reason to panic. Nobody cares about the President's Trophy. Only way we do have home ice throughout. Florida needs to get through the meat grinder called the East. Rest and get ready
Man,
to win
that
16
team-
games in the playoffs.
The Panthers, when they come out of the East, crazy.
That will be crazy.
They're
You're
going
right.
to grind the Florida Panthers right into a juicy steak for me. That's what-
That might be a big one.
$5 from Josh. I'm not worried about this game, but I just want to watch some good hockey. If I had
Preach.
tickets for the last home games, I'd try to get a refund. Go watch Vegas or Dallas or someone else if you're looking for good hockey right now.
Absolutely.
That is definitely true. $2 from Vaguely. These games literally do not matter. A lot of don't cares over here. $2 more from Vaguely
Brainwash.
saying congrats to Megan.
Woo!
Yeah.
Go follow her at
Clap
Right
on
by
that one,
Raw.
too.
I agree with that take.
$7 from Carrie saying freaking joke tonight. Well, I am trying to beat cancer. This isn't helping, boys and ladies. I love you guys.
Boys and ladies.
Boys and
ladies.
Got it. Helping boys and ladies.
Good
Yeah.
luck, Carrie.
There's
Yeah.
a comma there.
As always, community's with you. We're
Yep.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you're doing as
Yeah.
well as you can
Bigger
be in
than the
that
game.
situation
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
More important stuff than any hockey, Stanley Cup or otherwise, to be taken care of. $2 from Adam. Does anyone know when game 1 is? So everything that has been swirling and the rumors is anywhere from May 2nd to May 5th is when the
The
playoffs are going to
NHL
start.
came out and said that the playoffs start on the 2nd.
Did they?
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
it's
see-
like,
But
it's going to
Did they
be,
really?
it could be the second, the
that
third,
could
the
also
fourth.
be
Yeah.
the
Surgery.
one series.
Yeah,
MJ Seahawk, $5. Taser is such a huge part of our defense. When we struggled earlier this season, he was out. Agreed. Particularly, again, on a night like tonight where you're facing McDavid, Draisaitl. Taze eats so many of those important minutes that it's a genuine big deal when he's out. And feel whatever you want about Eric Johnson. He plays a lot of defensive minutes for this hockey team. That's the reality of his
He plays a
deployment.
lot of minutes for this hockey team.
You don't have to say it's quality.
I'll agree with you on that one.
You don't have to say it's quality, but he is deployed in a defensive manner that limits the amount that Curtis McDermott is in the lineup, let alone playing defensively. So, I'm just saying.
I feel like this is just like, because I'm old.
I know what the Blues Bros are. We're not that young. Come on.
Yeah, you are.
Lady's as old as my mom.
That's 100% true. I'm actually older than your mom.
You're-
here.
How old are you out here?
I'm 25.
Your mom's pretty young.
Yo, she had me at a very young age, 15.
I rest my case.
So Blaze could be my dad.
You
In
wish, bud.
conclusion, end of pod.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, power play. They did not score on one tonight. Same bucket of don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm concerned.
Oh my
I hate
god.
you so much. You're the worst. You are the worst. Don't even indulge
No,
him.
they had a 5-on-3. They couldn't score. In fact, on that 5-on-3, we're awful. The passing lanes were awful. Jesse, how could you put your hat on your head? Tell me that those passing lanes were good. How many guys? Leon Draisaitl tipped the puck out of the zone twice on a 5-on-3.
Yeah, he made a good play. Active stick.
That
Stick in
5-on-3
lanes.
was bad.
Awful.
To be fair.
What's so annoying is that none of what Blais has said is like untrue, but the way he's saying it and the implications he's making with it, unbelievable.
Okay, final thoughts.
Abs, you got to be better. I'm concerned about the end of the season right now.
Blais is concerned about his bankroll.
I'm concerned about my kids playing hockey this summer right now.
Hey, McCarr assisted tonight.
Hey, look, Makar, I'm good with Makar. I think he's got the Norris down, but I've got other bets.
Oh, no,
And
he got an assist tonight.
The Avalanche not playing like donkey shit.
Oh, do you have a bet on them winning the President's Trophy?
Not the President's
No,
Trophy.
the Western Conference.
The Western
Yeah.
Conference.
Yeah, I'm in that with you.
And the Stanley Cup.
I don't know if I'm in that one, but I'm in the other one with you. I don't have anything.
All right.
I'm a diehard here.
Final
Jesse.
thoughts from the wrong camera.
Don't say anything.
You can turn it into the right camera with the right final thought.
Yeah, see, I like it.
Yeah, he already did
No.
it for you guys. It doesn't have the same effect.
Good?
All right, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, I'll take that
Was
one.
that,
Yeah.
was that the Law and Order noise?
Fucking right it was. Yeah. Yeah. We're cracking the case of
Okay.
Blais's bullshit tonight.
We're going to get out of here before the show goes any further off
Did
the
you have any
rails.
final thoughts? Okay, I was like, we got the Law and Order fucking sound clip. We're like, cool, good enough.
The Colorado Avalanche are considered especially.
Let's
These are their
go.
stories.
We're out of here. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out, enjoying the show with us. We hope we at least brought you a little bit of joy after that hockey game.
And be concerned.
Oh, my God. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. That helps us out a ton. We are off tomorrow, back for the game Sunday. Tune into all of that. Until then, we will talk to you later.